And there goes Olszewska. Olszewska coming down, crosses over in front of the 7. Olszewska down to the bottom side of Kubicek. Here they come around for that first lap. Casey Kubicek will give away the lead to Peter Silly. Olszewska shown in third. The 7Z, Craig Neiman. We have a car off the track down between 1 and 2, and that'll bring out the caution. 1 lap into this 25-lap main event. Lead. Here comes Olszewska, crosses over to the bottom of the 333. The 21's down here, parked in the front stretch, and that will bring us to a stop. That'll bring us to a stop, much like the 21 is on the front stretch. We'll get some more laps in here in just a minute. We got a donkey coming out for the 21. Take a second to thank some of our sponsors that are out there. The Winners Inn and Casino, Winnemucca Inn, Black Rock Vision Center, O'Reilly Auto Parts, Nevada Gold Mines, Napa Auto Parts, Curtis Machinery, CarQuest Auto Parts, Patriot Storage, Dr. Rick Grant, and Rock Auto. Also like to give a shout out to TNT CNC Fabrication. We'll have some more giveaways from them throughout the weekend. Also, our friends over at Premier Drilling will be giving that stuff away throughout the weekend as well. Also, hold on to those red tickets. Those red tickets will possibly win you 2 VIP tickets to Country Under the Stars featuring Randy Houser. You get those tickets for paid entry. Tomorrow you can get another ticket, and Sunday you can purchase another one. The ticket just has to be present to win those VIP tickets. Thanks again for supporting Talk. Green flag with Peter Silly leading them off. Green flag drops. Peter Silly drops to the bottom of the track. Lap number 3 of your 25-lap main event. Olszewska to the outside of Kubicek. Peter Silly out in front. Olszewska followed by Kubicek. Roberts to the top side of Neiman. Sliding off at turn number 4. To number 25, that's Peter Silly. Peter Silly out of Hoisington, Kansas, all the way out here to Winnemucca, Nevada. Followed by Olszewska out of Quincy, California. Of course, you know Casey Kubicek. Just behind him in the 88, that's Kevin Roberts. Coming to us from Gresham, Oregon. Roberts to the bottom of Kubicek. A little bit of contact through 4. Kubicek keeps going straight. Looks like the end of the hobby stock race. Peter Silly out in front. Here comes Roberts to the bottom of Kubicek. Kubicek down to the bottom. Roberts not giving any ground. Kubicek holding him off for now. Peter Silly out in front. Olszewska in second. Roberts trying to make a run on Kubicek. Going into turn number 3. Kubicek sliding sideways. Roberts to the bottom. Drag racing across the start-finish line. Photo finish there. Too close to call. Still door-to-door as they go through 1. Door-to-door as they go off at 2. Door-to-door as they head down the backstretch. Casey Kubicek, Kevin Roberts. Going through 3 into 4. Still side by side as they head around Winnemucca Regional Raceway. Kubicek and Roberts trading jabs around the racetrack. Just behind them is Craig Neiman, waiting for a little bit of contact to let him go by. Peter Silly still out in front. Olszewska in second. Kubicek staying in front of Roberts. Neiman laying and waiting. Roberts way up high. Here comes Neiman to the bottom. Neiman to the bottom. Roberts closes the door, headed down the backstretch. Just behind them, that's Randy Arts. Peter Silly is your leader. Halfway through this 25-lap main event. Peter Silly out in front of Olszewska. Still a good race back here between Kubicek and Roberts. Curtis holding off Boucher. Also holding off Jesse Gonzalez. Peter Silly still way out in front. Arts to the bottom of, Arts up on it, up on 2 wheels, oh my goodness. Arts making a hard move off of 4 and 2-wheel riding off of turn 4. That was wild. And meanwhile, Roberts and Kubicek trading body blows coming off of 4. Kubicek down to the bottom, coming into 1 and 2. Randy Arts still with a head of momentum. I don't know how he was able to keep that together. but he did. Back here in third and fourth, Kubicek and Roberts. Kubicek able to hold off Roberts. Roberts to 3, coming off of 4. Kubicek gets sideways. Roberts right to the back. We've got your leader running into some lap traffic. That's Alyssa Jones. Here comes Peter Silly to lap traffic. This may be the only thing that's gonna slow him down. Peter Silly been in front the entire race. Here comes Roberts right on the bumper of Kubicek. What a great race for third and fourth. Oh, car sideways coming off of turn 4. Car is sideways off of 4 into the infield. Spinning around, we still have a green flag. Mike Boucher now parks it in the infield. Best seats in the house, and that will bring out a caution, ladies and gentlemen. That is not what your leader wanted to see. Peter Silly way out in front the entire race. This will bunch him up with a handful of laps to go. Should be an exciting finish here in your IMCA stock car. IMCA stock car main event. Peter Silly leaving him around 3 wide as they come across the start finish. Roberts mobbed to the bottom. Kubicek over the top, lifted his left front wheel, right to the back of Olszewska. Roberts trying to get back on Kubicek. Peter Silly followed by Olszewska. Kubicek and Roberts. And here we come around for your white flag. Peter Silly coming around. Followed by Olszewska. Followed by Kubicek. Peter Silly out in front. Roberts trying to get on Kubicek to get on the podium, and here they come across. Let's put your hands together. Your main event winner is Mike Peter Silly. And Kubicek holds off Roberts. For your main event winner, 25P out of Houston, Kansas, Mike Peter Silly. Put your hands together for the 25P of Mike Peter Silly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Peter Silly, all the way from Houston, Kansas?
Hoisington, Kansas.
Hoisington, Kansas. Thought I was butchering his name and his hometown, so I'm glad we got that right. So what made you come out to Winnemucca?
We came out and raced in Rock Springs last weekend, and then I build the cars at Corey Sample Drive, so we thought we'd come race with him.
Right on. Hey, fast cars, definitely fast cars all the way around. So you're going to be back out here all weekend long?
That's the plan.
All right, that's the plan. Let's keep it straight. Hey, congratulations. Let's put your hands together one more time for Mike Peter Silly. Would you like to thank anybody?
There's a lot of sponsors on here. I don't want to hold these guys up. I got to get in that race.
Okay, very good. We'll get back to him. Once again, Mike Peter Silly, ladies and gentlemen.